Good morning, delivery fam. Good morning. And welcome to another episode of BRAT of the Day. This morning, we're going to be talking to a special guest. But life after deactivation. This BRAT of the Day is going to be a little bit different. All right. But before we dive into anything, if you have not done so already, I need you to do me a favor and hit subscribe, click the bell, and join the family, because nobody else will understand what you go through except another driver just like you. All right. This morning we have a special guest, and that special guest is, you know her. She goes by B Hunt. Say what's up, B. Or wave to the camera, because they can't hear you yet. There she is. Okay, so we're going to be interviewing, just a short interview. If you have any questions, let's keep it positive. All right? A lot of negative has been stirred around, you know what I'm saying? But let's just keep it positive. All right? If you have any questions, when I ask for you to ask your questions, go ahead, put it in the chat. So think of your questions right now. All right? And I think I'm going to give a few shout outs before we even begin. What's up, Matt B? What's up, Hassan Maynard? Michael McCrary, Nikki B, Angie Marie, David Carnes, happy birthday to you. And happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, David Carnes, David Abundis, Monique Milner, Jeremy Roberts. Good morning to you. Good morning. Good morning to everyone that's watching now and watching on the replay. Without wasting much more time, let's dive into this interview. It's a very short one. I don't have many questions to ask. Okay? So, let's go ahead and do me a favor and unmute your mic, B. Let's get you up on the screen. All right. Say hello to everybody.
Hello, everyone.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is B. If you do not know who B is, she is the dasher that recorded the CVS manager, because she is Mama Bear, right? She's Mama Bear, and she felt like, according to the interview that I heard, B, you felt like when they reported that the order was not delivered, it's like you're taking food out of my kid's mouth, or that's not what you said exactly. I don't think, but it's like you felt like this is what I'm doing to support my kids, to feed my kids, and you felt like, listen, you're doing this, so hey, you're doing it wrong, you know.
Yeah.
So since
my livelihood, you know,
that's your livelihood. Okay, so let's dive into the list of questions that I have. Again, I don't have too many questions because I really want to focus on what's to come for you, not what you have been through. Okay. Yeah. So we already know the short version of the story. If you do not know what I'm talking about, just Google it, or just look it up on YouTube. Dasher confronts CVS manager, and you'll be able to watch the video, because many people have that video and they've played it, they've reported on it, and all kind of stuff. Okay, so B, how are you?
I'm doing all right. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm definitely good. Now, relating to the video, did you expect it to go viral after posting it?
No, not at all, actually. I mean,
you were just sharing it with the community of dashers just like yourself.
Correct. Yeah. And I shared it to my personal Facebook page, which I have like maybe 150 friends. Like not many, just pretty much friends, family for the most part, and people I work with. And one of my friends actually asked if he could share it to his page. So I told him yes, and I guess one of his friends
shared
reached out to me and was like, "Can I put it on Reddit?" And I was just like, oh, you know, sure, you know, like if it gets more word out there, then let's do it, you know. But I really didn't know what Reddit was, to be honest with you. I mean, I heard of it, but never been on it, and so
you didn't post it on Reddit. You posted it on Facebook.
I posted on Facebook. Yeah, I know some news people are saying I posted it on Reddit, but I really didn't know what Reddit was. I posted on my Facebook page, and then I shared it to some of the DoorDash community pages. But I really think what made it go viral was the fact that my friend's friend put it on Reddit. He was like, this will get out there, you know, people need to hear the story, you know. And so
you knew people that were Dashers.
Yeah, I have a lot of friends that are either DoorDashers, Ubereats, all that stuff. So
the 150?
The what?
The 150 on Facebook?
Oh yeah, I'm 150. I have a few of them that are DoorDash people.
Okay. All right. So you said you were doing DoorDash for 2 weeks. All right, 2 weeks. Yeah. So was that enough time to really get your feet wet? Like for you to understand the rules of DoorDash? Did you know what you was getting into?
I mean, yes and no. I read over like all the policies and stuff like that, of course, but I was still new to it. Like I remember my first DoorDash was like a double order, my first one, and I totally panicked. Like it was
double order.
First day was a complete disaster. Like it was everything that you could think could go wrong on DoorDash went wrong with me on my first day, and I was telling my friends about it. And they were like, "Man, it took me like 6 months for that to happen to me, or whatever it may be." But it was just like the wrong address. Like somehow I was given the wrong address for like where I was supposed to go to pick up the food. Like when it was just crazy. But
on your first dash, you got a double order on your first dash.
On the very first dash, and the address for the restaurant was wrong. Like when it said you're here, I'm like, where is it? There's trees, you know. And then I had to it was crazy. But so yeah, I mean, all this stuff, I didn't fully know, like, I guess what to expect with it, you know?
Yeah.
Like I said, I was 2 weeks and I was doing it for it was like my 6th day. I was doing like 3 days a week just to supplement my income. So it was like my 6th shift when this happened.
Yeah.
And she was my first order of the day too.
And she was your first order. I don't know. Well, since we're a majority of the subscribers are Dashers. Not Dashers, but drivers.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So, for the sake of the audience, can you let us know, because I know some people want to know, how much did they offer you? Was it worth it in your opinion?
Absolutely. It was $3. So absolutely not. But the only reason why I took it is because it was the first one of the day, and I was like, I just need to get out there. The total mileage was I want to say 1.2 miles or something like that. It wasn't that bad. It literally, from when I got the order to pick her up, to pick up her food, to drop it off, it was like 7 or 8 minutes.
So it made sense when it came down to pay versus miles. Okay, and it was the first one. I call the first one as like the warm up.
Yeah.
That's what I like to call it for myself. I don't know what you call it. If you're watching on the replay, what do you call your first order of the day? I call it the warm-up. It depends on how my day is going to go. Some people say their first might be a minimum of $10. Some people might say $8. Some people might say $6. But my warm-up is $5. That's my warm-up, you know. Yeah. So, okay, so your warm-up was $3. Okay, all right. So with that said, I want to ask you, since you mentioned that it was supplemental income, okay, it was, I don't know if you want to, would you mind sharing what you did before or no?
Oh, I don't mind. I'm actually a server. I mean, so I've been in customer service for like a long time. So,
okay.
But I am a server, but you know, with all this COVID stuff going on, you know, hours got cut back because we're actually not even open every day right now. So hours got cut back drastically, which means pay got cut drastically. So I had to find some way to, supplement my income.
Okay.
And I've done Instacart and stuff before, like around the holidays, like even when I was making like my regular salary, just to kind of supplement during the holidays, you know, because 5 kids, trying to get them all Christmas presents, you know, got a little crazy, you know, but yeah, this was just to supplement my income since my hours are cut so much.
Okay, so supplemental income. Your hours got cut at the job, so you found DoorDash. You signed up. You did a little Instacart. But let's focus on DoorDash in this situation really quick, right? So it was supplemental income, but if you had a second chance to work on the platform, would you have done anything different? Would you do anything different than
Then going forward, you mean like going forward, like if
Yeah,
okay.
going forward, like say you have a second chance, they reactivate your account, and would you ever do something like this again? Because you felt like you had a purpose. I'm guessing that's why you did it.
Why confronted her?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like I felt like I was damned if you do, damned if you don't at this
Mm-hmm.
point. And I've heard so many people tell me like when they get like a contract violation, some have gotten deactivated after one, some
Yeah.
they've said they had 4 or 5. I just don't know. But me being such a new dasher, I was just kind of like, oh my God, they're gonna let me go for this. This is my first one. This is my sixth shift,
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I kind of felt like they would probably deactivate me anyways. And when
Mm-hmm.
when I went to go fill the form out, it asked me for like explain your side of the story, show any proof, and I'm like, I don't have proof that I gave this
Oh.
to her. And then so I was just like, you know what? I know that I'm not supposed to confront or anything like that, but I was like, I have no proof to give this woman because I was always told just to take pictures of when you drop it off at the door,
Mm-hmm.
not to take pictures like as you're handing it to somebody. So I've never taken pictures on my orders that were contact delivery. Um, I know now going forward, that's something I will do different. I will take photos every single time I deliver food. But like I said, I just didn't really know that at
So
the time.
So I have a better understanding of what caused you to make that decision. So you're telling me everything you heard from, like, not everything, but you've heard that some dashers have been deactivated on their
Yeah.
first contract violation, and here you go, you got your first contract violation, and this is supposed to be supplemental income, and you're like, yo, why would you lie? So you're like, damned if you do, damned if you don't. So you know what? I'm gonna ask you for a confession on camera. Cause I
Yeah.
heard in the video you were saying, I just want you to tell why wouldn't you call DoorDash and just tell them that, hey, I got my
Yeah.
food or whatnot. I heard a lot of that. So okay, all
Yeah,
right,
I wanted her to confess. I wanted her to know that it's just a crappy thing to do, that doing that affects your job.
mm-hmm.
Um, and the reason for me posting the video was to let people know that this is a crappy thing to do to somebody. Don't do it to somebody. It's their job. And also just let people know that, I mean, it's just, people just don't take care of their drivers, like it's crazy that you would just side with a customer so quickly. And I don't know, it's just
Okay. Well, here's a random question. Okay. You were deactivated and you worked. You worked that day. Were you able to like cash out? Did you or did they send you like? Did they deposit it into your account? Like I don't know what comes after deactivation. For
oh
like
yeah,
you know.
this is a
So
fun one.
okay, go ahead.
Yeah, so actually I was expecting my money to hit my account Monday. That's like when they normally pay me.
Okay.
I usually with my bank don't get it till Tuesday. So yesterday I checked my account and it wasn't there. I'm like, well, dang. I was like, I wonder why I haven't got my money. I was like, maybe just my bank is holding it a little longer. And then I was just gonna wait till today, and if I didn't get it, call them.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I got an email from them saying that they couldn't. They said that we cannot deposit your money because of my banking information. They said that like my routing information is wrong, or my name doesn't match my bank account, which is not true. Last week I got paid from them, so I was like, well, what's this? And then in the email it told me to, I guess, I can go sign on to the app to like correct any banking information. So I was like, okay, well, I'll give that a try. I went to go to sign on to the app, and it says, you are deactivated, so it won't let me sign in. And so I'm like, well, how in the world am I going to check my banking information, make sure it's right? I don't know if there was a glitch or something happened, but I was trying to figure out what was wrong. But how can I do that if I'm deactivated? So I actually called up to the like support number to ask them, like, what do I do? And he was like, hold on one second, let me check your account. And then he was like, I don't remember his name. I apologize. But he just told me, he was like, you know, it's because you're deactivated. He was like, if you're deactivated, we can't pay you. And so he was like, let me quickly reactivate you so I can pay you. And then that way you get your money or whatever. And I was like, okay, cool. And he puts me on hold. And then he comes back on. He goes, actually, I can't reactivate you. And he was like, and I was like, well, are you going to send me a check then? And he was like, well, no, we don't send checks. We have to deposit it into your account. He was like, but I can't do it because you're deactivated. And I'm like, well, how am I supposed to get paid? Then, you know, you can't reactivate me, but you can't pay me unless I'm activated. And here I am, I'm owed money. And so he was like, well, it's being forwarded to like a supervisor or something. And he says, they'll get back to me. He goes, they'll send you an email whenever they figure it out. And that's all he said to me. So I haven't got paid.
So you haven't got paid for.
Don't get paid.
Okay. All right, that's a new one for me. I've heard many people get deactivated and they try to get reactivated, but I've never heard a story like this before where I understand why it's like you got to go through your account to figure out, you know, how they're going to get you your money and all that, but it's like they can't reactivate you. Well, what he said you said that he would reactivate you really quickly and then send you your money and then deactivate you again. It's like this. That sounds. Why? And you said they can't send you a check?
Yeah, I was like, well, are you gonna like send a check? And he said no. He said we can't do that.
This is weird.
And then, but then he said he couldn't reactivate me. So I don't know.
Well, one thing
if they flagged my account or something.
I think well, when it comes down to reactivations, depending on the severity of your deactivation, it would cause someone to be hesitant to even, or they probably can't even take any step further to reactivate. You know, if it's like a minor infraction, if it's like a very minor infraction, then they might be able to bypass. Yeah. But something on this level, then it's kind of like, nah, I need to let my supervisor see this first, you know?
Yeah, well, he made it kind of seem like he wasn't able to, like he was trying to, I mean, kind of just the assumption, I guess kind of an assumption, but just kind of like the vibe I got was that he was trying to activate me to do it, but for some reason it wasn't letting him. So I don't know if it was like giving him like an error message or what exactly it was doing, but that's why he said that he had to, I guess, forward it to like a supervisor or something.
Okay. Now, I know that you've already been through a lot. We're not going to focus on the negative here, B. You know, I know you've been through a lot, and you shared some things with me during our conversation that I'm not even going to share on this live stream about, you know, things that happened after the fact, after your video went viral. And, you know, those things are I feel like you've been through enough. I'm a content creator, and, you know, there's some people that feel however they feel about me. And I got used to it. I've been doing this for a while, so I've gotten used to the negative things that I would see. So it's like, you know, there's a lot of people that reached out to you. And again, you know, we don't even have to share that. So what I want to ask you now, okay, what's next? DoorDash was your supplemental income, all right?
Correct.
You have 5 kids. You wanted to do what you got to do. There's a lot of things going on right now with the pandemic, and we don't know when this whole thing is going to be lifted. And our kids have to go to school virtually. All have laptops. I have young ones. I know what that life is like. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Whew, you know, don't get me started. But you know, I want to know what's next for you. After deactivation, you already been deactivated. You know you can't access the platform again. What's next for you? Do you have a secondary app? You said that you worked Instacart, but do you have like Ubereats? Will you ever do food delivery again because of this, or will you not? I know I asked you a bunch of questions in one question, but you know, do your best.
Gave me some things to think about. Well, yeah. I mean, I actually just applied to like Shipped, so I'm waiting for that application to come back, and I'll probably maybe try apply for some other serving gigs, and then hopefully soon my work will go like open back full hours, again.
Okay.
That would be nice too. But I kind of have to stick, to like the gig work or like serving, because I need like that flexibility in my scheduling. 'Cause,
Yeah.
like, with 5 kids, they're virtual learning. I have some kids who have like health issues or disabilities, and so I'm going to so many doctor's appointments every week during the day. So I can't really have that Monday through Friday, like 9 to 5 job. Unfortunately, I have degrees, I just can't use them.
Gotcha.
But yeah, so probably just like look for another serving job, or if I get on with Shipt, that'll be cool. I heard Shipt was good. I don't know. I've applied to some other ones. I think.
Well, to be fair, not to interject, but to be fair, there's good and bad on every platform.
Oh, I figured as much.
Okay, there's good and bad on every platform. When I first got started, I started with Ubereats, and I was like pushing positive videos with Ubereats. But then I had a lot of people in the comments in the beginning of the YouTube, on my YouTube channel.
Yeah.
They were telling me, "Oh, Ubereats sucks," and they would tell me why it sucks in their market. But I'm like, it works for me,
Yeah.
So there's good and bad on every single platform. None of them are perfect. None of them are perfect.
We had issues. I had issues with Instacart.
You had issues, so that's pretty much why you tried DoorDash instead of just going back to Instacart.
Correct. Yeah. Correct. Yeah.
Don't blame you.
And the thing is, it happened to me. I had a lady tell me that she didn't get her groceries.
Mm-hmm.
I've had that happen to
Whoa,
me.
oh, so this is not your first time where somebody say, "Oh my gosh."
Yeah. So
wow.
And when I heard the horror stories from DoorDash too, I'm like, dang it happens here too. And then, like, it's crazy. It's just, it's crazy. And then with Instacart, though, they were stealing tips too.
Yeah.
So that I had a problem with that too.
Well, I don't know. They call it tip baiting. They would show, they would tip a large amount up front, and then after you deliver, they would edit their tip and remove it, so they would get their delivery for free in a sense. Where actually they didn't get it for free, but it's like they just removed the tip, because they understood that the larger tip got their order done a lot sooner versus later on in the week, because nobody really wanted to take a lower paying offer.
Oh, yeah.
So there's a lot of tip baiting videos out there. So I suggest you go check. Just put in Instacart tip baiting on YouTube and see what happens.
Yeah, I've heard about that. Yeah, before there was an issue actually where Instacart itself was taking tips from people.
Yeah.
And so too, like,
there's something like that. Wow, I didn't know about that one.
Yeah, it was like it was on the news and stuff too. Like, I had quit. I started getting irate to where, like, I was I was so angry with Instacart, because actually I knew somebody told me that it was a customer who I always delivered to him, and he told me he left me a $20 tip, but when it showed up on my thing, it said $5, and I was like,
well, I will say, being a veteran in this area, in this industry, sometimes the customers be lying.
Yeah, sometimes
they be lying.
It was like it actually made the news that they were altering people's tips to pay.
Okay.
So they actually had to go and pay everyone like how much, whatever tips they owed them. Like,
okay.
I don't know, it was a weird little scandal thing for a while, but I don't think they'll try that one again. But
I'm not saying don't trust what the customers say. I'm not saying don't trust what the customers say, but at the same time, it's like almost like you said with your situation. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. It's like, I've had a customer tell me, "Oh man, thank you for going above and beyond for me, man. I'll definitely give you $10, man. I'll take care of you in the app." And it's been like 2.5 years later and still zero.
You're the best server I ever had, or they'll tell the manager, like, she's the best server I ever had, and then look at the credit card slip. I want to be tipped money, not compliments. Like, it says $0 here. Like, a compliment's not gonna pay my light bill,
Okay, well, I want to say, B, I thank you for even giving me this opportunity to just ask just a few questions. I want to give the chat an opportunity just to ask you a few more questions. And family, I ask that you keep it as positive as possible. All right, if you have any negative questions to ask or anything that just seems a bit negative, I'm not gonna ask B, because she's already been through enough. Okay, imagine if you were in her shoes. You're not a social media person. You have about 150 friends on Facebook. You post it on your Facebook. Next thing you know, you're getting all kind of love from people you don't know and all kind of hate from people that you don't know at the same time. You're like, whoa, I didn't sign up to be this. I ain't signed up to be this celebrity, you know? So just imagine what that's like for her at this moment, you know? So any questions that you have, put it in the chat right now. We're going to ask B just a few questions. This is going to go on for maybe like another 5 minutes. All right. We usually do like a 30-minute segment, B, but, you know, we're going to give the chat a chance to ask a few questions. Okay.
Okay.
All right. All right. So Kyle Redden asks, have you tried signing up for Grubhub or Ubereats?
I have not yet. No, I just did Shipped. I was going to try to do Grubhub and Ubereats also. I almost called it Goober. Ubereats. No, I have not signed up for them yet or tried it yet.
Okay. All right. And to answer your question, never ending travel. The miles made sense to her. Okay. That's to answer your question. One thing I always say on this channel, do what makes sense to you. If it makes sense to you, do what works for you in your market. Every market is different, and what you might see as a bad offer, I might not see as a bad offer. You know,
I normally don't take those orders, like the $3 orders. I normally don't. I've always declined them. It was like my first $3 order I ever did.
Wow.
Oh, I'll give it a chance. I was like, it's only a mile. I guess I'll just do it. And I was like,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Never again.
I'm sorry. Okay. So normally you decline the $3. You don't want $3, but this time you're like, you know what? It's only going a mile. And now here we are.
I gotta hurry up and make this money. I had takeout that day. I had tacos. You know, I was like, I'm gonna go and take this $3 order.
Oh man. Okay, so let's see any more questions. We're gonna take a few more questions, okay? All right. So Monique Milner asks, B, why didn't DoorDash accept the proof on film that she didn't get her food? Maybe okay. Why didn't DoorDash accept the proof on film that she did get her food?
So, I think they did because they didn't get the food. I guess because in the actual video, I mean, I can't really, I guess, speak for them, but I would probably say because my video doesn't actually show her proving anything. Mm-hmm. Now, they did, the district manager of CVS did reach out to DoorDash and give them still footage, like still photos of like the footage of me going into the DoorDash and delivering it. As well as an email saying that they saw me actually deliver it to her. And so I did get an email saying that my contract violation is being removed for failure to deliver. So, but of course they gave me one for confronting her, and it was an automatic deactivation for that one.
Gotcha. So. Matt B, by the way, he's a jokester. Okay. Okay. So Matt B basically sees you as a hero. Okay. And I will basically say what I need to say towards the ending of all the questioning, right? But Matt B asks, I'd like to ask her if her cape is in her closet.
Yes, I have like 4 of them in my closet. They're different colors. I like them to match my glasses.
Okay. Okay. Oh, you have. Okay. All right. So she do have
the blue ones today.
Okay. She got capes to match her glasses. Okay. Yeah. B. Brian HD asks, are you going to take any donations like GoFundMe or anything like that?
A lot of people have been reaching out to me about that. So I did put up my my brain's smush right now. Cash App and Venmo.
Okay.
So
now someone commented on the video when I covered this story. Someone commented but sometimes people are slick. I didn't know if it was yours or if it wasn't. Sometimes be like, oh, you know, B, this is B's Cash App, and then they would put I guess I just don't trust people like that. But
Yeah.
I didn't know if it was yours because I didn't talk to you. So
Yeah.
if it is yours, just please share it with me, and I'll be more than happy to share it. If you if people want to donate, they can. If they don't feel the need to donate, they don't have to. But just share it with me, and I'll be more than happy to put it in the description or in the I'll pin it at the top of the comment section. Okay. All right. So there's a really good question here. Okay, hold up. I saw it here somewhere. If DoorDash were to reactivate you, would you accept it? That's by Hassan Maynard. If they say, you know what, B, we understand that this was a once. We didn't want you to go back. You went back. Video went viral, but you know what? Due to the circumstances, we're gonna give you a chance here and reactivate you. Would you accept?
So I think, there's a couple of things that could change my answer. It would depend on, one, do I have another gig job yet?
Mm-hmm.
If I have another gig job, then no. Or like another supplemental income job, period. If I didn't, then I would do it reluctantly, but I need the money. I can't really turn down work because I got 5 kids to take care of.
Right.
But for the most part, I feel like I'm done with DoorDash, it's for the most part. Like I said,
the negative experience that you had kind of put a bad taste in your mouth.
Correct.
And it's like, you know what? Nah, you know what? Even if I do need the money, I got kids to take care of, I could find it somewhere else. Because if I would get, okay, let's go through the timeline again. You heard that dashers get deactivated after one contract violation. Then you feel like you received this contract violation because someone lied. You confront this customer, and then you get deactivated. They remove, I think you posted it on your profile, they remove the bad contract violation, right?
Right.
Okay, they remove it, and then they still keep you deactivated. All right, so question, do you regret, this question comes from Angie Marie, do you regret, all right, let me go back to it. A lot of people asking questions here. Does she regret it? If so, okay. Okay, I guess there's something she want me to tell you, but do you regret it? Angie Marie asks.
Not really, to be honest with you. I don't make a habit of confronting customers and calling them out on their stop myself
on their sugar honey iced tea.
Sugar honey
our favorite drink.
Sorry, I caught myself. So glad I did. Sorry about that.
Okay.
But I don't really make a habit of doing that, so it's not like I'm this crazy lady who just yelled at all the customers all the time.
Right.
But I don't know, like I've said before, just something told me I just needed to call her out, and maybe that was my subconscious knowing that something was going to happen with this video or something. I don't know, but I don't regret it because it's sure, I got deactivated and that sucks, but at the same time, it's bringing some awareness, and if it can help out so many more of y'all, then I feel, from this happening to y'all, then I feel like it was worth it at the end.
Okay.
I'm a grinder. I'm gonna keep grinding and find a way to, take care of my family. But
as parents, we ain't got no choice.
Yeah.
We got no choice. We got to do what we got to do, no matter what, because we got kids. We got to watch grow up and become young men and women.
Yep.
We got to do what we got to do. All right. So I'm gonna take 2 more questions here, and then we're gonna start wrapping this up. Okay. Let's see here. Did the CVS manager get fired?
Ooh, I don't know that answer. I know that the district manager reached out to me, and she actually said she saw the video on Reddit, and she said that she was completely appalled by her behavior. But she also kind of was mentioning her mask. I think I'm more appalled by the fact that she wasn't wearing her mask right, but no, she said that, and that's when she did confirm to me that she saw me give her the food. The only thing she told me was that they're opening an internal investigation, and that was all that was said. She said that she would reach out to me to let me know that the investigation is complete, and I have not received that text, call, or email yet. So as far as I know, they might still be investigating. I don't know what, but
okay.
So I don't know. I'm sorry, I can't answer that question. I apologize.
It's okay. All right. So I'm looking for one more question. Maybe I missed some. Let me go back. Okay. I don't see any more questions. If you have any questions, go ahead and ask them right now. I'm gonna take one more question, and then we're gonna start wrapping this up. All right. There's also some very positive things that people are saying, and I suggest that you go back and watch the replay, and you can see everything that everybody was saying in the chat. I don't want to read everything. I have a I have a habit of beginning to read something, but then it turns out to be negative, and it's like, oh, you know. So I'd rather you go back and read the chat. Not saying that I've seen anything negative, because you have a lot of support in the chat right now. I'll tell you that you have a lot of support.
Thank
all right.
you.
So Brian HD says, B, are you going to Are you going to sue? Because they did you wrong and now they don't want to pay you? Are you going to take it? Are you going to take legal action?
That thought really hasn't crossed my mind, to be honest with you. I mean, like, if they don't pay me what is owed to me, then, you know, by all means, you know, I will. But, I mean, I feel like I'll eventually get my money. I don't know what channels I need to take for that. But, I mean, it's, I mean, North Carolina is a right to work state, so they can really fire you for any reason anyways, except for like discrimination, you know. So I don't think there's really anything there anyways, you know.
Yeah. Okay. Well, there's a lot of positivity, a lot of support in the chat, and I'm pretty sure there's a lot more actually that probably aren't even in the chat right now, you know. But if I did not read your comment, please don't feel no way. I was just looking for the questions and good questions that I could ask B, so while she's here she could answer them live for you. But B, I want to tell you that me personally, okay, this is coming from me, okay, you woke up a sleeping giant. And I say that in the most positive way, not a negative way. And what I mean is, this has been an ongoing issue for a long time on many platforms. And I'm not, it's like people might say what they want to say about there's more professional ways of handling this situation. But I'm going to ask those people to please help, like, give a solution, all right? You might look at the way it was handled, not the best decision, but what is a better way to handle a situation that has been going on for years? And Dashers, Ubereats drivers, Grubhub drivers have been deactivated or terminated over things that wasn't their fault. This is not the first time a driver confronted a customer. I'm pretty sure this has happened more frequently than more frequently than we even know. But your video went viral, and that is a conversation starter. The thing is, it makes people wonder, like, whoa, what the heck been going on this platform? For months upon months upon months, they've been putting out video after video about Dashers tampering with food, Dashers eating fries, Dashers getting in tussles with customers, this and that. Yes, those Dashers, rightfully so, that tamper with the customer's food needs to be deactivated. But this has been going on for so long. And even I haven't had it happen on DoorDash, but I have had the calls from Grubhub asking me to check my car. Check my car because the customer said that you didn't deliver something. What do you mean check my car? I delivered everything that I put in the bag. Yes, I put everything I got from the restaurant into the bag and I delivered it to the customer. But customers, they still say they did not get everything that they were supposed to get. Now, sometimes, but I want to say majority of the times, it's not the driver that did not deliver it. Sometimes it's the restaurant that forgot to pack something.
Yeah.
Okay, and the driver gets penalized for not delivering something they didn't know they were supposed to deliver. And with the pandemic, the bags are tied.
Yeah.
We can't open the bags, check the plates, check if the chicken is the temperature it needs to be. We can't do any of that stuff. So the fact that you did this, you are a sacrifice. You sacrificed your account, your livelihood. You are a hero in my eyes because you started a conversation that needed to be started years ago. Now, many people might disagree with me, but I am in your corner 100%. I don't care how whoever looks at me, they can have their opinions about me. But the fact that this has been going on for years, please, what other way could this have been handled in a more professional manner? I know the way it looks, it seems bad. Yeah, but a conversation needed to start. When you have, there's something in the work that I did, and I'm going to start pretty much closing. There's something that I did in my line of work when I worked at the school, okay? There's something called the crisis continuum, all right? Now, if you work in behaviors, you might know what I'm talking about. But the crisis continuum is basically a hill, okay? And every hill, there's a hump, there's the highest point of that hill, and then it has the valley below, okay? At the very beginning of that hill is pre-crisis. At this point, you're supposed to fix or diffuse everything that you can before it gets to the peak of that hill, which is crisis. Now, that crisis continuum, if you cannot diffuse the situation at pre-crisis, you're supposed to just get over the hump because you can't do anything about it right now. You got to get over that crisis. When you get over the crisis, then you figure out post-crisis, which is the time where, okay, how can we do this? How can we prevent this in the long run? What can we do to not let this happen again? And I feel like this was drivers in crisis. And B, you sacrificed your account to get us over the hump. This is a conversation that needed to happen. People could judge however they want to judge, but this is something that needed to happen because it has been going on for too long. And a contract violation can get you deactivated. We all know that. So that's all I really had to say. B, if you're nobody else's hero, you are mine.
Thank you.
100%. And I would love to at least communicate with you to see how you're doing, later on down the line.
Yeah.
We don't have to do a second interview, but we could just to see how you're doing, just to check up on you. I'm a gig YouTuber and I try to give solutions to drivers that's out here that's doing the same thing that I do. Yeah. So if you're still going to be doing this, I would ask for you to tune in and hit subscribe, click the bell, and join the family. I would ask you to do that, but hey, you don't have to. But I want to thank you again for tuning in. Not tuning in, but giving me the opportunity to have this conversation with you and giving them the opportunity to ask you a few questions that might not have been asked by me or the previous person that interviewed you. So definitely thank you. So everybody say bye to B. Anything? Oh, wait. Do you have anything you want to say to the family before we really exit?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, no. Yeah, I guess I just appreciate all the support that everybody's been giving me. And I just hope that with this video, there comes some kind of change, because I know some people have this as their permanent job. Like, this is their only job.
Yeah.
You know, and so hopefully this is the change. You know, the change. My brain is right now. I apologize, but yeah, I just hope it makes some change for y'all. You know, for the good.
Yeah.
So.
Definitely appreciate that.
Well, thank you for having me.
All right, so B, you know, listen, I will contact you after the interview, after the video is done. So just look out for that, okay?
Cool, sounds good.
All right, so all right, family, say bye to B. She's gone by her business. She got 5 kids, y'all. She gotta go take care of them.
Bye.
Bye. So it was a very enlightening conversation for me. I don't know if it was for you, but it was definitely a very enlightening conversation. I did not know. I found out a little bit more about it, and hopefully she will be able to, you know, do Instacart, get on Shipped. Maybe she will sign up for Ubereats and Grubhub, you know, and maybe she'll be able to get that done. But if you enjoyed this interview, if you enjoyed it, just squeeze the life out of that like button for me, please. All right. For those that tuned in, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. I know this was a brat of the day situation, and I know some might call the driver a brat. Some might call the CVS manager a brat. Some might call the app a brat. But I just call the situation a brat. I'll just say the situation deserves a brat. Brat of the day. Brat of the couple of years that it's been going on. That's just my take. You make your decision, but I feel like the situation deserves brat of the day because these things should not be happening. This is something that came to a head and it needed to be resolved. And maybe this is just the first step. This is just the first step. It might not be the solution, but it's the first step to get the conversation started. And hopefully this conversation could really make someone in a high position take these things into consideration a little bit more than they have in the past. All right. So with that said, family, the situation deserves the brat of the day. That's my take on it. You put your take in the comment section or on the replay. And I appreciate y'all for tuning in. We appreciate y'all for tuning in. And y'all know what time it is, right? Oh, yeah. You know what time it is. It's time to